Make sure I gotta cut that out. And then I have to do the touch up, the lighting, camera, light on. What should my front light, side light, and other light be? And this is how I look on the YouTube live. Yeah, I did get. I got your notepad. Yes, Crystal, but I didn't get a note on it, and I just sent you what you need. But I got your notepad. There's nothing on it, and I put it works on it too. So I'm already here, ready. Texting 18 different Crystal devices, trying to be on my level, keeping up with all her different phones. But you know. So monkey, what's up? Temperature. Once I get my partner here, we'll get going. I'm good. I'm good. Like I said, I'm waiting for my partner so we can get going and stuff. She got to get all situated and things. Working with single moms and all. What about you? What you doing up to today? Yes, sir. You doing all right? Okay. Okay. Nothing, just chilling. Okay. Are you into AI and all that other stuff too? Because this channel, I guess, this channel, we talk about AI, go over that kind of stuff. Is that your bag? Okay, the one to the right is the color. See, I can check that. Oh, thank you, Hot Wash. And my book is out. Since you're a book nerd, I heard you like. Since you're a book nerd, I got my book. You got to go to ChicagoJon because they are restricting ChicagoJon because of the fact that I can't. So yeah, it is my birthday and I got my book out. So it is a novel. It looked like a recipe book, but haha, it's a novel. So check it out. I would love for you to read it if you enjoy that kind of stuff. It's like soul food and Harry Potter put together. So All right, Crystal, are you okay? So, yes, ma'am. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. I appreciate the link in the description, or my main page. So the link in the main page, or you know, hit there. And it's digital. It's download and it's yep. It'll be yep. You already know where to click. I can't now. Not this one though. This is John off the clock. That's over there. So you got to go to that over there. Okay. Thank you, Pretty Penny, for subscribing. Thank you for the new subscribers out there. Welcome in, Jersey Drive. Okay. I don't know what Crystal did. She will tell me something. But yeah, this is the new book. So if you like Harry Potter and you like soul food, boom. And it does have recipes in it. Okay, no problem. Just make sure you can see if you can, if that link worked for you, so you can see it. But Jersey Drive. Okay, you from Jersey Drive? Okay. Boom. The door, the door to the roomy house slammed open with a fury that matched the thin, concentrated wall flanked Keisha. What are you saying? I just sitting here. Oh, you mean I shared it to you? I shared it to you, Crystal. I definitely shared it to you. Thank you for the subscribe too, Monkey Boy. Thank you, Crystal. I just text you, unless I'm texting the wrong Crystal. Like I'm texting like the whole group's Crystal, all the crystals that you crystalling. I don't know what you now say. Like I'm here. I mean, look at your look at the phones, Crystal. Boy, all right. I'm sorry, y'all. I do apologize. I don't know what she thought though. I'm just sitting here enough for no fun, not looking at it, and I'm talking to y'all. But thank you, Jersey Drive, and thank you, but no, thank you for real, Monkey, for the subscription. My co-host, she is coming up on here. I'm gonna have to cut all this out, so I never stop talking to me on there. Just stop talking to me. Don't talk to me out here right now. She keep talking. Oh, she needs to hit a button. She don't need to stop talking to me. I said it. I said by the time. She said 30 minutes. And I made sure to come back. 30 minutes. Jesus. Oh, Jesus. It's all good. But anyway, my book. A Big Mama, Big Back book of secrets. So I'm glad I didn't put recipe because I don't want people to think it's automatically a recipe book. Even though people get recipes from here and it's not even a recipe book. Like I said, it's a real live book. Real life. It's just a book that happened to have recipes in it. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's my favorite. Oh, she's going up in subscriptions. She's at 322. Oop, give me my shirt. I think I got my shirt on inside and backwards.
For the subscription. We love some Chicago John. We did not you guys over here because we would have already been here because we were over there talking to him over there. So it's so funny.
Yeah. Ha, ha, he, he.
I forgot that's on this. Anyway.
Ho, ho, ho. And my grandma's thing just arrived here too. I gotta go pick my grandma thing. Just got dropped off.
Outside? We can just pause it.
All right, you can go ahead and say hello and warm yourself up. Well, I'm gonna go get that. It should take me no long, less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, perfect. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining. This is ChicagoJon and Chris D here, and we are going live with you. Can you believe we are live on YT again, weekly Wednesdays? I'm loving this. Thank you so much to everybody that's already in here that is linked up with Chicago. What y'all up to? Happy hump day. Happy hump day. If you haven't met us, we are usually live over on the TT. So we wanted to make sure that we were meeting the peeps over here on the YT. What is everybody about? Are you guys doing the AI? Are you content creators, entrepreneurs? Are you looking to scale your business? Are you looking to make another business, some multiple streams of income? You in the crypto game? You know, there's a bunch of us that do a bunch of things. So we would love to link up with you. So don't hesitate to link up with us. Come on in, shout it out in the chat where you're at. Shout it out in the chat where you're at. I'm going to bring you with me because they say don't pause button. I'm gonna bring you with me because I forgot my coffee, and that's something that I need if I'm gonna do this live. Thank you. It's not sponsored, but it could be. Shout out to you, Panera. $5 sip club. Who would have thought? I'm a fan. Thank you. Welcome in. Have y'all joined us before? Is anybody on the East Coast? Y'all dealing with this ice? Y'all, come on in. We in here. We're going to talk a little with you about AI, about multiple streams of income, about how you can get the coin from the crib. Okay, so if you have not met me before, my name is Chris D, and I love to create. We are not going to wait. We are going to go create. We're going to create multiple streams of income and hopefully multiple sources of peace and calm and happiness for you and your family, whatever that may be. If that's first class flights to Thailand, or maybe it's just having some fun away from your 9 to 5, right? Without worrying, having some money come in automatically while you are maybe having fun with your family, right? So that's why we are looking into this AI to maybe run a few of our systems in the back while we, are able to be here in the front. Not like that. Stop it, guys. Come on. John's back. Okay. Let's be professional. Stop it. Silly, crazy monkey boy in here. Did you just want me to say that? It's Black History Month.
Even
I'm just kidding. He knows I'm kidding. It's so sad. That's literally why Gracie's Corner doesn't sing it, just in case. You're like, y'all, you meant that. It's little pandas jumping on the bed. We ain't having no monkeys jumping on the bed over here. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us here on this happy Wednesday. Yo, what's up with us? This is fire. We are doing a weekly Wednesday podcast. What is up? Cheers to you.
I know this is what, number 3 or 4.
I think it's 4.
Okay, look, number 4. We got.
And honestly, if we could take some of our lives and just make that and turn it into it, we would have probably a year's worth of content.
Well, I mean, I guess it'd be a will. Yeah, we would have to. Yeah, that's when we definitely have a real team that dedicated to that kind of stuff.
That's when they come, they will be. We will build it, and they will come.
I mean, we could do it. It's just about putting a budget out for it and have it happen. So,
Two more clients that need us to run their social media, show them how that they need to actually use AI in their back end. They got us that. So you let us know how the AI could actually help you. If you are always missing leads, if you are always missing emails, if you've wanted to start an email list, if you have wanted to start a business. So put it in the chat if you've been thinking about it. It is here to help you. Don't let it be the thing that replaces you because you're scared to learn about it. It's Black History Month. So just like in Hidden Figures, okay, somebody got to feed the computer the cards. And she learned everything about that. She was not going to get replaced. And then she taught everybody else. So you know what? Reach what? Teach what? No, we're not. We're not. Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, hey, it is Black History Month. And a lot of things going on in Black History Month. Great things happen in Black History Month, like me being born. So that's the greatest of the Black history. I think it starts there. It don't end with me, but it definitely starts with me.
I'll remember that. Let's see how Malcolm feels about that.
That's right. They don't talk about the other true innovators of Black History Month.
You're so right. Yeah, you're definitely an integrator for sure. Yes,
Especially on my
I'm so
anime.
glad. I'm so glad you know that too. So make sure you guys
Yeah.
come in and meet Chicago John. Jonathan Lewis, right, is writing a book about something that you could. Wow, something that you could share. Actually, incredible. Can you tell us about that?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
How
So for my
exciting!
birthday, instead of me celebrating myself, I decided to celebrate myself by writing a book. Being a project, a passion project of getting a big book written. So here we go, right here. So barcode, all of the works. Everything is on this thing. So it's a cookbook, and not only that, it's a novel. So if you like stories like Harry Potter and you like drama like Soul Food, boom, you got that in here, all in one. From a brain that watches too much anime and too much media, uh, who knows what you got to get in here out of this. So, it goes to show anybody can actually do it. Now, sometimes I don't like it when people come up to me and tell me like, if you can do it, I can do it, because I feel kind of slighted. But for other people, yes,
What kind of compliment is that?
I feel slighted sometimes when people tell
No,
me
yeah,
that.
they mean it slighted, but you need to take it the other way and just ignore them. You cannot deal.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. But
that when they want to pull you down, that means that they're below you. They're beneath you.
got you, got you.
Just
Thank
smile,
you.
and you know what? I inspired you. That's what you hear. I inspired you to write a book to know that you could do it too.
Absolutely. So you
You're an
definitely, yeah.
inspiration to so many.
Yeah, but that was the most surprising thing for me this week. Just celebrate my birthday, seeing people like you and everybody else kind of pop in and chip in and buy the book. So, like I said, I got 20 sold, and I'm aim to get at least aim for 100 for this month, and then when that happens, aim to double that number, and then get it in the book of in the hands of Key, or I mean, what's his name, Key, in his assistant hands, so they can say like, hey, green like this. You can start me off with a small budget of 5 million. Let's do it. Just like all the other Blumhouse.
You know what they've always said, you will not know the answer if you do not ask. So, the first thing we need to do is print out the copies and send them. And we are going to run you a YT for this book. That's how you get it. You pull the Issa Rae and you make it.
What's a
And then
YT?
you know what I mean? Because they can't see it. So you make it in the small version and then they buy it. That's
I
what
don't
Issa
know what
Rae
that
did.
means, but that sounds awesome. So,
Well, you'll just make like a short form series the way that we would, but you would publish it on YT and push it and, you know, get a fan base and have people loving the characters and turn it into the show, and then they buy it just like they did Insecure and made her money.
okay, turn it to a web series. I got you. Thank you, Try. Thank you, Crystal. I had to have a man explain this so I can understand it a little bit better. So, I think I get what you're saying.
Always here to mansplain for you.
Thank
I
you.
just my
Behind every
drive
strong
well,
black
so
man. So there's especially for Black History Month. Your voice is never silent. It's just filtered. What ain't filtered though is like what's going on besides this week and stuff. I know you were talking about, you know, the reason why I was able to go ahead and get the book done, because I did use ChatGPT, but not actually to write the book. I actually use it to help structure how I wanted to get the book done and working on it. And a lot of those things is thinking about, the different types of prompts, of prompting yourself and having the prompts. Because just because you know how to use ChatGPT, you probably don't know how to prompt it that well, because it's only going to give you a limited knowledge, that depending on how you ask and what you're asking or what you're going to make it think. So if you ask a limited amount of questions, you're probably going to get a limited amount of response, especially when it comes down to that. So it's like this week I took a transcribed my time and what is really important and what I need to make important. I went ahead, went to my phone, did a transcribe on it, and spoke to it for like at least several. Ooh, I got kicked out of my own live, and then I took it out. I I went to the phone. I recorded my voice. I took the transcript in it, and I put it in there. And then this time I actually did a little bit different. I actually went and broke it down and said, "Hey, what would be the best way? Because I'm about to send you a large transcript of you to help me break down all this stuff, so I can actually go ahead and second. So I can go ahead and attack all this stuff without it confusing you, so you can get the best possible results. I want it as a executive level information given to me. I need it. I want it to be broken down so I can have a well balanced, still have like $1 million mindset. Still with that Mr. Beast mindset. Still with my mentor Corey Coleman from Double Toasted. Still with all these other individuals out there, and I did all that. So I was able to kind of help break it down. I even told it don't analyze it right away. So sometimes you got to take a step back and ask it to break it down even more for you before it give you its own response. Because if you go off the first response, it may be cool, but you can probably get a lot more better with it.
That's a good point, though, because talking to it back and forth is not always what it needs, which is also why we love that project version, being able to like add all of the different prompts in. You could actually put in what you were searching and what posts you were loving. And if that all went to that content calendar of 30 days or whatever it was that you were making, all of it could be known by that chat, as opposed to you having to type into it and then it's answering the wrong part of the beginning, and that for me is more like me doing research versus him talking about writing the book. So I wonder if you're like, if you're trying to outline something versus if you're trying to research day by day, like I'm researching about the Grammys and who won what. And we were talking about, as far as the culture, of course, it's huge that Bad Bunny won Album of the Year, everybody talking about like that side of it. And I'm like, how could I talk about that, but still use it in my own way? And I want to talk about this and what it means for me and talking about Black history. And so I just was able to almost word vomit for lack of a better word, and that was my prompt, but I didn't ask it to do anything for me yet. I was just talking, and then when it tried to tell me, like, here's an outline of da 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 da, I was like, no no no, let's make a Sora. I want to make then we start making like the real foundations. So it's true, depending on what you're prompting, you might get the wrong answer for sure. What is your
Mm-hmm.
Well, what are you searching right now? What is your current, since the book is done, what is your current chat? I know your last week video, you were telling us how we could save money with the chat. With that chat, you go check that old YouTube video out if you haven't. It is dropped on his page.
Yeah, I think I know that they kind of back to the basics too, because you want to, at least for me, and I think for other people, a lot of us think that we're very, we can juggle so many different things at one time, and maybe you can, but in that actuality, you can't. Sometimes you gotta put something to the forefront. So for me, I thought I kind of had this on the side, and I did. It was top of mind, but because I was delegating it and stuff like that, so now it's delegated all the way out. So now I got to go back into focusing back on my AI videos. I know I'm about like a week behind on the AI video, which I just re-record and then probably record 2 different ones out there. So now it's about me actually getting back into here, and resetting to make sure I know what is important. All the different things. What do I have floating around? What do I need to know that's important? So that's what I'm searching, just to make sure that I am asking the best questions of knowing the importance of what's important to me in my life and what's going on and what I need to get done. Especially when it comes down to social media part. I know here on YouTube is different, because on YouTube, I already know what I'm doing. I'm going to still make. I got 8 more AI videos to make, and then after that, kind of go after and see, do I need to pivot or do I need to stick with and continue to go forward? That kind of stuff. So at the same time, just being more prepared. So.
Yeah, I like that too. That's why I feel like a lot of people, we talk to a lot of people about them being scared to use it, because they feel like they need to prepare, versus us, we're already in it and it's helping us be prepared for something we're doing, right? So you don't need to be scared or prepare yourself for AI. You need to dive in. You need to jump in now and just learn as you go, like everybody else, right? Don't be scared for, because it's new that now all of a sudden you haven't used it. I feel like comments are kind of shaping opinions as they do all the time, right? So you're going to have comments shaping opinions for what creators are saying and what people are making. People are going to talk to you about the water. People are going to talk to you about whether or not it is art. But you have to be the deciding factor for yourself. If you don't think it can help you to automate things, to create more time and wealth in your family, then I have no reason for you to tell you to use AI. But I think it's a mistake, probably, if you do not at least learn it.
Yeah, like I mean, with the comments shaping it, sometimes people may start using it, then they start reading different comments other places, thinking like, "Oh, AI could destroy this or destroy that," or if you use it too much, you could become dumber. We all becoming dumber and stuff like that. I swear, TV was supposed to make us dumber. You know, a lot of
I'm
stuff
sure
supposed to
it
be making us
has. I'm sure it has, but compared to what? How many?
dumb.
I don't know. It's true. Like
It,
I'm sure I want to focus on reading more books and doing things for myself. And I hope people don't stop going outside altogether and that we're living in the glasses, But
yeah.
that's what it feels like. People feel like once you use this, then it's all or nothing. Now
Mhm.
there's no physical touch. And all of a sudden we're living in
But
the VR world.
yeah, and I think that's anything. Like books can make you dumb if you're reading bad books or stupid. Books is
Sure.
manipulating you to something. Anything can make you dumb, and anything can make you smart because we don't give credit until it's too late. You got people who from other countries, like there's a lot of people in Mexico who said they watch American television. Now they know how to speak English. They because they watch television. That so what we got to say that make them dumb. Now they can
Right.
speak a second
What a
language because of
great
that.
point. What a great
Yeah,
point. How
so people like
yeah.
they like to pick and choose. People pick and choose what
Sure.
makes people dumb. I can say I don't like sports, and I can say watching a football or basketball, baseball make me dumb. But maybe there are people who watch it and they get they learn how to have teamwork or they learn something from
Sure.
what they're doing and stuff like that. So
Sure. There's
all these different
geometry,
things.
the symmetry of the playbook. And I'm sure there's something good and bad. What is it? The yin and the yang, the yin and the
Mhm.
yang to basically everything. You're right. Um
Yeah, yeah. So
like
like there's always be something that So even when AI and people have their comments about oh AI is going to do this or AI can destroy all this other stuff. Like I said, you can't let the comments sway you. If anything, you need to be looking up comments about what how to. Now there are comments that you need to be aware of, like with AI the hypnosis or the psychosis and all that other kind of stuff too. It claims that they're not going to do it, but they do it. Like we already know that in certain paintings or AI art that they make, they do, and sometimes they put a little signature of itself into the art. How do we know they're not putting it into the readings and stuff of that nature? We talked
mm,
about this last week. So there's nothing perfect out there, and I'm pretty sure anything that you love dearly, there's a problem that there's nothing on this planet that can't be used for bad, and there's nothing on this planet that can't be used for good. It's a back and forth. Nuclear waste, it can be used to power cities, and it can be used to turn you into a mutated bug and bite people. Who knows? Who knows?
so true.
I'm just a world renowned author and stuff like that. With big
Hey, hit him with it. Talk about a bridge. Okay. Cheers to that.
hmm So
Shout out to
what?
all of you that need that coffee here in the crew, y'all. Why we do this AI tech reality check, talking to you about, your fear or if you have curiosity of AI and whether or not there is a reason that you should be afraid of it, which is not something that we are really. I'm sure there's something to be scared of for everything, but that is not what we're here to focus on at all. No, we are here for the reality check side of it, which is you need to learn it. If you are not in the top 8%, you need to learn it. Okay. They're building whole cities about it, based on it to run,
Mhm.
to run the cities, right? There are going to
Yeah.
be so many, and you have to think about maybe it's not going to be your job, but you are going to be able to tell. your grandkids about it, your nieces and nephews, your friends, your neighbors. There are things that we need to be talking about, especially in our community, about the money that will be built from this, right? This is an entire new industry. These are all new jobs. So don't let that fear stop your curiosity. There are kids that are going to need to just be that are need to excuse me that are there are kids that are just going to use it to have fun, to look up a recipe, and there are people that are literally going to use this to code and to make things and to make apps. And then there are going to be people that don't use the computer at all and make crazy bank because they went to trade school and learned to be an electrician or a plumber, based on how much water and electricity we're using that everybody wants to talk about. So you can find the positive and the negative either side.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when you're talking about and how AI have actually used and helped people, definitely help people save money and time, that kind of stuff. I don't think that can, that can be underlooked, especially regular people who work for a living, who not millionaires and stuff, not billionaires, who want to become entrepreneurs or that kind of stuff. It definitely have helped so many people. I don't understand how people want to take away stuff that benefits a lower that can benefit the lower class of people in a sense. And you talk about how many people? What was the 8% for?
Oh, I was joking about, we are the 92%. Maybe it's a little too political. Maybe we should say more like the top 1%, right, of wealth, and the
Oh,
99% of us. That's what I should
okay,
say. I shouldn't do the
okay.
political one. I should say there's
No,
the
no.
top 1% of wealth with 1%. The top wealth is with 1% of people. That's what
I
I
was,
should
I
say.
was, I was thinking that you were talking about like how many percentage of people in America that actually use AI because
Oh, I would
that had me
love to
thinking
ask
about.
it that though.
Yeah, go ahead because I know China is definitely using it and stuff like that. And, I'm not worried, kind of, but if if they're citizens, I think like it's over 80% or it's over 70. It's a high number that their people are using ChatGPT. Now, granted, it's a lot of people in China, but still they using it. I don't know. They haven't
In
any
school,
you
right?
know yeah, for sure. And they know they need to use it. They know that they're preparing their children for it and their children's children. So everybody else who's not on board, I mean, they're gonna get left behind if you're going to. So
Yeah, you're
yeah,
right.
I say it.
It's 83%. India is 73%. And
Okay, look at that.
way to go. UAE and Singapore are 64 and 60. Europe is way behind at 29. And we are 45 to 55 based in March. So
Okay, so we're still climbing, but
we are coming up. And it does say, AI adoption of a majority and how much, you know what I mean? Like, so not just one little lookup, but it says on a regular basis, So I wonder how many people maybe tried at it. Um, of course, it always depends on what you feel you need, right? So we are never going to push anything on anyone. But if you don't think that you want to learn it, don't be the fear for someone else that is around you, that's in your community, that's in your circle, because that's what we hear a lot, honestly, is more the fear.
now what I haven't really asked you or even thought about my own self is what have AI made worse going forward. Like, I
Mm.
don't know what AI made worse. I haven't thought about has it made anything worse. I mean, the only thing I can just say it made worse was allowing, like, I guess the really rich, millionaire people to kind of use it to make extra money and
Yeah, they
uh
are doing that. I guess
but
it's
they're gonna do that anyway.
it's
So
inevitable is where I was going to go with too. Yeah. And I'm like we said, everyone's going to find it. The people that are bad are going to find bad uses for things. I know that there are tons of people making crazy money using it for trading and things like that. And technically, there's a muddy waters on whether or not that should be allowed. But if it's legal right now and you are able to learn to trade and people are making crazy money and you're home for the next da 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 months because you got let off and there's nothing stopping you from learning literally for free. You're watching us most likely on something that is like a computer. Um, we're really going to push you to not let your fear of what could be worse from AI. Now, I will say sometimes it does take me on a path, as creatively, but
Okay.
I don't think it's worse. Sometimes it takes me down a path and I was like, no, 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 I had a different idea. You go and you imagine and no, stop. And I want to remember what mine was, those kinds of things. Or writing a
Yeah.
song, I put my lyrics in and I noticed it was changing the words around. And I was like, I didn't ask you to touch it. I just wanted you to write it in bold font so I could see it on my screen. Something like that.
Yeah, I just realized too, like what made it worse. I guess if you were gonna do it, I mean, you gotta have your outlier. Like the young lady who thought her therapist was hitting on her, and she fell in love with it, and then she thought she was God amongst all black women or something like that. I guess that made it worse. The psychosis thing, but
Sure. That's a
that
good point.
person probably already crazy on it. I mean, if you can Google that about what I mean, I don't even think you can really. I mean, you could
Let's
Google,
ask it.
but
Let's ask it. What that's kind of a cool idea. What is the oops? What
Dave, what we're saying is, what has AI made worse? What things have AI made worse? So if that's what you want to try to say, that's cool. And Ty Rock, you can work at Home Depot, or you can be a Home Depot, or you can be a
Hey,
Lowe's.
David.
So red or blue. So you can pick out one of those two. So I don't know. I don't know.
Hi, David. Thank you so much. We are yapping. We're in here talking about how we can use AI in our regular life and what are the uses? What are the positives and negatives? Is there a version in society, in our culture that is keeping people scared and keeping them away from the bag? Or are we diving into the deep end and we're not ready for it? It's already coming, and that's our stance. So if you don't get on the boat, you will get left behind. But I want to know, I want to know how you feel about it. So put it in the chat. Make sure you smash the like button up there. Go ahead and subscribe over here to Chicago John and Chris D Creates here in the building. We're talking to you in the crib about the coin. So let us know how you feel if you want to be making multiple streams of income, if you feel good about it, and where you are in life and you ain't looking for doing nothing. You just want to chill. Come on in for that as well. But we out here pushing. It's 2026 and we know that we are looking for more than what we are incredibly blessed and grateful to have already. Thank you so much for being here. Happy February. You already know what it is. It's his
Yeah.
birthday. So that's why he published his first book. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much for liking on the live. Yes, go ahead and drop that big mama's big bag book of secrets. I cannot wait to read it.
I can't wait for you to read it. I
You're
love
so
hearing
right,
your
David.
opinion.
Yeah,
Um,
excited.
Yeah, he's right though. It's about how. So I would just maybe it's not enough time that have gone by to say how much of it like made worse and stuff. And I'm pretty sure there's some things besides the psychosis. So I really wish we had some more. Once we hit the link of the AI haters and stuff, they'll start flooding in and everything of that nature.
Right. Oh, I was gonna say, and maybe this A/B test. I didn't see the picture, but maybe we try a not photo of us because before it was just the hand with the AI. Did you use that one again?
Oh, was it that
Yeah,
last
I
time?
think it's better no photo of us, especially us.
Oh,
Something
okay.
like
Well,
that. But a
I swear we
good little
yeah.
A/B test. We did an A/B test. We try one next week and we'll see.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for letting me know that. So I'll make sure we can get that going and do that for
And they look
next time.
great. And thank you for doing it because, yes. And I did want to tell you, it did pull up some dangers. So there could be job loss from automation. There's
Yeah,
deep.
job loss comes all the time, but
Of
yeah.
course. And it could be job creation, right? That's something we're asking it only for the dangers. So it's not going to give you the positive. But it's how you use it. Just like our friend David here said, it's all in how people use it, just like everything else.
Right.
There's a way for you to have bias with the algorithm based on bad data. We also know that the algorithm is biased in most of the things that we use, especially if you are in our community. If you ever wonder about that's interesting. Privacy violations. I wonder. I wonder if anything has happened yet, though, because they're not using it so much as a database or anything like that yet. So And then obviously deep fakes and social manipulation, which we were just joking about how people are so mad about AI videos, but they were just mad about Photoshop. It's just literally another word for the same thing. People are going to fake and troll you. And it's it's the world we live in now. Thank you, Zucks. You know?
Okay, yeah. I mean, so with that being said, about what made it, if there's anything that AI have done to make better, or is it lazy? I don't know why people so obsessed about the lazy part. Like,
Mm.
what is going on with is everything lazy? Like, why did everybody feel like the whole point of a lot of things is just to not to work as hard? Like, you can still work, because if you really enjoy what you're doing, you don't really work hard. I mean, you work hard, but it's a different thing. It's not like a.
If you love what you do, you never work hard a day in your life.
I mean, you're working hard, but at least you're not like, you don't feel like
Yeah.
you're working for the pharaoh and stuff like that.
Right. No,
Yeah.
that's definitely just the saying. But it is true. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people that are going to feel like it make people lazier. It's interesting to think about that in the aspect of time. If you had more time, would you go and learn that second language? Are you going to learn the piano, or are you going to sit back and do nothing with your extra time? So that would be us checking our inner selves, right? Because we can't excel if we don't actually use all this extra time to focus on ourselves. So
Okay.
I'm sure it can make people a little lazier.
Okay. Okay.
So
It's
could
true.
so could so could eating fast food. It's gonna make you groggy and chill and have the itis. I mean, I don't know. Um, I guess it depends on the type of person you are. What did you do
Yeah.
during COVID? Did you lay out? And I mean, that's not it. That's so much harder. I don't feel like that's fair. You know, Summer vacation. Do you just lay around and eat a bunch, or do you take an art
I don't.
class? I don't know.
If somebody gave you a perfect, I don't know, a perfect work of art that you wanted, like a perfect this, but they did it lazy, versus somebody putting a lot of hard work into it, and it come out just as perfect, or uh, does that affect what you? Okay, you go to McDonald's, and you get the perfect McDonald burger served to you by a machine. Then you get a perfect McDonald burger served to you by a person.
Mm.
Will it still taste exactly the same? I don't know. You get a perfect can of Coke from the robot, and you get a perfect can of Coke from a person. Does it still taste like Coke going down? You know.
And
Now,
they
I
have
think lazy.
definitely automated the Coke machine. Let's be for real. They got
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff in that new Coca Cola. You can mixy matchy,
Mhm.
make the bubbles, the whole little cute singing songs. Hey, welcome in. But the funny thing about that is there are people that would push us. That's how we're getting to talk about small businesses again, right? People are pushing back against the Zon, against buying everything online, against so where is the stop? Because I like talking to the librarian, I like asking the store clerk what they think I would like, what this would look good on. And some people don't want to go outside, they want it delivered straight to their door. And what's happening is it's less and less that you're able to get it in real life. And now
Yeah.
that human interaction, is that a positive that it's gone in customer service, or is it because customer service is so whack and it's rough for you to deal with, you'd rather deal with a robot?
But I guess at least for me now, I'm thinking about it out loud. I mean, lazy should only be applied if the quality is not good.
Mm,
If you get a lazy, if somebody, if you get like a lazy new television or something like that, I don't even know what that even means. But if the quality, because somebody can put a lot of hard work, like you got children. Your kids
sure.
can put a lot
Yes.
of hard work into like making you a macaroni and cheese picture. Then all of a
Yes.
sudden you get it and you look at it and it look like crap. But they
They
weren't
took a lot
lazy
of
at it. It's just,
time. Right? But
but it
does
looked like crap.
right.
They put hard work. They went. They hunt down for that glue, the macaroni, and everything. They
Mhm.
placed it. They darned this. They glued their eyelid. They got glue in their mouth. They got shells everywhere. It's a
True.
mess, and you got it.
And
So
you don't want
I,
it.
you don't want it. And I don't know. Maybe I'm casting straw, but at the end of the day, I just want to say, like, if something lazy, if I get something lazy, it better be efficient. It better be good. Yeah, I'll take a lazy meal if it's good. If it's good, can something be lazy
Yes. No,
and
because
good
we
at the
are
same time?
seeing exactly what happens because there's no one that used to be a thing, right? In the very beginning, like the first McDonald's, right? What's happening is franchises are allowed to be bought out. Nobody's responsible. Each person's responsible for their own store, their own space, their own
Hmm.
what have you.
Hmm.
Then there aren't as many regulations on any of that, right? So it is almost like a personal preference. If you say this was a messy burger or this came out messy in food or my what about the furniture, right? There are going to be so many people that say now everything's made of particle board. Our cars are made of less, they crumple. You see an old car hit a new car and the old Buick ain't touched, and the new car is just an accordion. So faster and easier and lazy, is it always better?
But at the same time, they made those cars crumple now because they don't want a 95-year-old man going 80 miles an hour. Now he can't stop, and he plowing
In a
through
boat.
neighborhood after neighborhood. You know, you need that car to, to stop at some point. But you needed to no for I'm real. Like they needed to stop and
Okay,
uh,
okay. How
so
about
it can
fast
like.
fashion? You
Hmm.
can't barely find no cotton. Everything is Shein and Just Fab and and is that positive because you look on the other end of the world and they are just scooping these clothes out by the tons. I
Hmm.
mean, it's easy, it's the lazy way, but is it a positive? I don't know. A lot of people are going to say no.
I mean, like I said, so the definition of what is lazy and stuff. I don't know.
Let
You
us
got
know what you think. If you are watching this, and we love to be the devil's advocate for you and give you both sides of everything. So put it in the comments if you are watching this and put it in the chat now how you feel about it. Do you think AI is making people smarter? Do you think people are actually feeling a little lazier now that they have AI? We're doing a little reality check, talking about the real life version right now. Everything feels expensive. We out here talking about, go ahead.
No, I was just thinking like you're at a restaurant. If you think it's lazy to have like a AI waiter to come and bring you your food and take your order, compare that to a lazy server who don't want to do it and just kind of doing it like I don't know. But yeah, I think that would be a good thing. I'm sorry, you was on the road
No,
too,
no,
but
I love it
yeah.
because honestly, this alone, that this one section could be so many episodes because you could then compare it to each industry. Because when does it stop, right? Because customer service is definitely been going downhill. Okay. I don't know if y'all been out to eat lately. By the way, if you are managing a restaurant and you need help training your staff. If you don't know what customer service is and you got thrown into being the manager running the floor, you don't know 12 steps of service, please holler at your girl. Okay, Chris D creates. We're down here in the DMV, but we hit all of the East Coast, and I can give you an incredible 12-step system of service because a lot of you are missing it. And if you actually care about your small business, about your business growing and staying, you're going to have to pour into your guests and treat them like true guests, not like consumers. You can't get away with it like Target does, right? Um, I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of lazy already. And so I'm worried about what AI will do because the robots are coming. But that bartender in, making your drink, I liked talking to them. I don't want to hit the button that says
Even if
vodka
she is
soda.
spilling your drink over, she taking extra long. You enjoy that.
You're over here
So.
waiting. You mad you're in line.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is lazy is a concept? Is that a human concept? Like, because is there no such thing as lazy in nature? Is there no such thing? Is there no such thing as lazy and that kind of thing? Because I
That's
don't
a
know,
great point.
lazy. Because that's the word that they always like to use. Like, if you get a
Sure.
painting and it's an AI painting, they were like, "Oh, that's lazy." I'm like, okay, because it's lazy because it didn't make you feel. You didn't feel the blood, sweat, blah blah blah. I'm like,
I
I
disagree
like
with
it.
you. Honestly, I think there's a lot of sides of lazy though. And so I do get worried about certain things everything being automated because there are livelihoods that are going to be completely changed. Some people's only human interaction is certain things like that, right? So I wonder what side of the coin our guests will be on. Thank you so much for coming in. Chat, let us know in the chat. Do you feel like AI is making people lazy? Is it replacing effort, right? And since things are a little hard, maybe you find something to make it a little easier in your life, right? There are things you're cutting back on. Everything's expensive out here, so maybe you're even using AI to figure out how to save yourself a little money. Maybe you're keeping some luxuries for yourself and splurging a little on some of these what's the word, subscriptions, right? Just to kind of do something for yourself, in the reality of what we're in. So I don't know if anyone is using AI to do that. Let us know in the chat. I know John is. We were just talking about his we were just talking about his YouTube video where he actually made, so go check that out. If you have not been to his feed, go to his feed, where he actually used ChatGPT to save him a little money, right? Because everything out here feeling expensive. So what are you cutting back on, John?
I cut back on CapCut. I did take CapCut out, stop paying for that. Because I actually went in there for a feature that get me to use my, they had a feature in there that would kind of like make your eyes look like you're looking at the camera. Like, I'm tired of them giving you a feature and then taking it away.
Take it away.
Like, what I'm paying you for, and then you taking all the features I want now. So now if I do run into a problem where I need to because really I was using CapCut for the removal of backgrounds and stuff, but now TikTok can do that. YouTube can do that. A lot of these other apps can do it for free. I think the only thing I did like that they had, which I may have to find another app, is remove if I got too much noise or something like that. Or I just got to make sure if I'm outside and it's going to be noisy, have my microphone, be more prepared. But other than that, like now, it told me about all these other things that's not paid for. I did invest money into the what you call it. The open clips and stuff like that. I did that for a whole good month, uploading a lot of things through it. And I don't deny it. Like, I pay for it for the year, so it's there for me to use more of it at this point. But they told me I'm not paying monthly for it. If I pay monthly, they probably would have said stop. That's right. It. So I got it for the year. It's something that I don't really need to look into doing it and stuff like that. Like the other thing is. It didn't. They look at all those little subscription things. They said like I'm doing pretty well of my spending and what I'm doing, my habits, but it's just buying the new stuff, getting those new things done. So thank you guys for cheering me on. So that's what we're talking about. What's up? We're talking about how have we used the AI to kind of make us work better and do things better. Taking my finances, throwing it through it, and make sure I'm doing all right for the most part. So yeah. Let's see here. What do people think? That's really go. So, and if you there you go. Yeah, I put effort. Oh, we talked about the effort part. Amazing. All right, cool. So I know, like I said, so using all that AI, kind of helped me save and better. Because those cutbacks really did help me. At least help me refocus what I'm investing in, I want to invest in going forward. What about you? Have you done anything like that? Looked at your finances, looked at the food that you're eating or what you're spending? Have you taken your grocery receipts, throw it in there to try to
I haven't. I need to do that. What I do a lot of times is compare prices, or I was looking for boots, and so I looked to see if anybody had a discount, coupons, stuff like that. And I think it helps me cut more things out as far as what I'm doing day to day and cutting wasted time. I need to work on the cutting of the money, the money that goes out. It does help me with my research as far as crypto. If anybody's into the finance side, if you wanted to learn anything about it, if you have no idea what we're talking about, it's a perfect place for you to start doing research on learning about investing and QQQ and savings, high yield savings accounts, whatever it is that you don't know about what I'm saying, please, please use it. Thank you so much. Thank you. We are in here talking about the creator economy. We're in here talking about side hustles, money, AI. We even talking about how you can use it in your real life. Okay, we're talking about real life version, and what it is that you might want to be doing as far as saving yourself some money, because we know that is expensive out here. The single income isn't even realistic most of the time. So I feel like that's why a lot of times we are focused on the multiple streams of income. That's why we are learning this AI skill. That's why a lot of us are learning editing skills, learning copywriting, learning coding. So if you are on the journey, if you are in here looking to link up with a community, if you don't want to do it alone, we go farther together. So don't wait, go create. Come on and link in with us. I am Chris D Creates. You got Chicago John on the ones and twos. We in here talking about, what do you think other skills that people should learn this year? Is AI top of the list for you as well?
I think AI. I'll let you get there after that. I think AI, learning how to like at least make an app, just maybe something small, just or using an agent, making an agent. That's what I'm saying. Not making an app. At least creating an agent for your Monday stuff, the boring stuff. If you can do that, then I think that'd be pretty cool. I'll let you read the chat.
Okay, thank you so much. What's up? And we said, we totally with you. There is really no stop to learning, and it is the time. There's a brand new industry coming out. We are watching it literally in front of our eyes, and a lot of us were not able to jump in when Google and the internet itself was coming out. In the same way that you didn't learn about it, you probably didn't invest in it. So don't let that be you on this side now, right? Because we know that there are going to be new companies that are going to be big players, that are going to be big money, and you can be in on the stock exchange. You can be in on knowing what that is. So start doing your research now. Thank you so much. Yes, he does have nice ideas, and we love you for saying that. What's up? Thank you so much for joining the crew. Go ahead and smash that like button. Subscribe over here, Chicago John and Christy Creates. We are here every week. We do a weekly Wednesday podcast. We are over there live on TikTok the rest of the week. So make sure you link up with us. We are always dropping some content here on, for everything from finances to fitness. If you want to talk about it, we got a few friends in the building that are a little more into it than us, and they help us talk about our health, talk about a lifestyle check, and we use AI to do that for ourselves as well. Talking about burnout, talking about the recipes. I've personally, that's probably the name of the game, how I first started really getting into ChatGPT. But if you have struggles with that, if that is something that you were kind of wanting to start a habit, it's not really about trends. It's not about hopping on something. You wanted to do something for yourself. That's a great way to use AI and to just tell it, this is how much time you have and where you can fit something in. So thank you so much for asking. We're actually live every Wednesday on YouTube. So come on and link up with us during the week. Also live over on TikTok. So if you ever see Chicago John, Christy Creates, come on in and say what's up on either, any, all of the platforms. Okay. How about you, John? Do you feel like AI is helping you with your sleep, with burnout? I know you said it's helping you with food choices as far as the money side. Is it making your recipes also?
With the sleep, no, not really with the sleep part. I haven't asked anything about sleep. I did use it though. I saw a video on TikTok that talked about like, hey, if you go to sleep and then you wake up at 4 a.m., that means that you're structured, blah blah blah. And I took it and I sent that through ChatGPT, and they were like, this is some crap. It was they at least tell me that type of stuff was crap.
Oh, I love it.
I do enjoy, telling you what crap and not using that kind of stuff. As far as the structure with the sleep, that'd be something to look into. I mean, we all need some good sleep. I feel like I get, but I keep waking up early, so I don't know. But definitely for lifestyles. So using it that way. The luxurious things and things like that, I don't. I do like it to help. I don't like to spend things on luxurious things. Like, I'm not a Louis Vuitton and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully my next wife ain't gonna be like that. So she could be, but I do.
We'll have to be buying it.
Yeah. But I value peace, and peace is things like investing into cleaning ladies and stuff like that. You can use ChatGPT about your budget and say like, hey, help me find somebody that can fit the budget. You don't need to have a clean lady every week, every day and stuff like that until you get that money. If you get that everyday cleaning lady money, then hey, more power to you.
More,
But for some
yes.
people,
Sign me up.
regular people, you can use that budget, have them come in and kind of reset your whole house with clean and just maintain it for a whole month. Maybe make a game out of it. Like, can I keep this looking like this by the time she come next time? So she's not even in here for 8 hours. She can be in here for 4. Or something of that nature. That's the one mistake I made. Actually, with the clean lady in ChatGPT, I took the computer. I took the chat. I had it on video mode and I scanned it all throughout the house. I showed everything and I said what I wanted to be done in all parts of the house. And I was able to record all of that. And then the young lady, she speaks Spanish. So I told her to make a notated in Spanish and ask questions and make sure she understands what's going on. We did all that. And once we got all that, she understood it. She said, cool. I really didn't have to talk to her anymore other time because she was able to do and get everything because I was so detailed and telling ChatGPT of how I wanted it, which broke it down for her. And I texted over to her, so she knocked it all out in the time that she needed. Granted, after that, I did notice that like I probably had her work too long on a room that it probably didn't. But hey, she don't need to work in that room now. So now I know not to even go in that one, and I can reduce the amount of time that I had for her last time. So so that worked out really well.
That's so great. I'm so glad it worked out too, because I was excited to see if they did it in the time. So that's really cool. What a great way to use it, in your own life. We've been talking about the reality of AI and how you can actually use it in your real life, to make things a little easier. It doesn't necessarily mean you're lazy because you want to relax. They basically convinced us that lazy was a word because they wanted us working in their businesses, right? So let's do something to make sure that the soft life can be something that we can have as well. Okay, so if you are thinking about having sustainability with AI, if you're thinking about how you have no idea what we're talking about, either way, get on in here, come and link up with us, subscribe, like, love, comment, chat, whatever it is, wherever you're seeing this, put it on and put it in, put it down, write it, do the thing. Thanks so much.
And so, I saw. Oh, I saw you had something interesting in there too. With the money, you're talking about are people investing from clips instead of plans? What was that? What do you think they were coming out with that one for? Oh, hey, our friend is here. Hero is here. Hero back.
Hero came back. So cool. Thank you so much, Hero. Welcome back in. We are in here talking about AI and using it in your real life, the reality of it, and if it is really, actually going to be the thing that takes over the world. But a lot of us are using it in great ways. So thank you so much for coming back. Japan in the building. Let's go.
Japan in the building. I thought you were about to hit the button. That's why I stopped. I was just
I did
drinking
too.
my
I
drink.
went to hit it.
And then you went to go drink. But yeah, Hero, just to catch you up really quick too. We were talking about. I just talked about how I use a cleaning lady. In America, we got a lot of different people that speak different languages. I'm pretty sure you know too in Japan. But just using it for translation and to translate and what I would need to talk about. So using that to talk to people from different countries. Like even for you, Hero, if you were messaging me, in Japanese and it wasn't translated for whatever reason, I can go, you teach English in Japan? Oh, that's pretty cool. Use AI to teach it there. Okay. Um, so
Oh,
that's pretty
that's
cool.
really
Now,
cool.
if you ever need to, Hero, you can definitely, if you something seems kind of weird or you need a more explanation, please message me or email me. You just go to my bio. It got all my information as far as my emails or how to reach me, or if you're on the TikTok, I don't know, I got you and stuff like that. So I got it. But I look forward to Hero. But yeah, so if you are using it for AI, I would love to see how it's translating. So if he read it to me, like, hey, I'm trying to say this in English, like the red ball is red, and then it's just like the red ball and it's just something crazy. But I would love to see how accurate it is. For the most part, I've seen it be pretty accurate. For the most part, I had a guy trying to learn Mandarin, and he had a word on the screen. I was able to chat GPT the word, and it pretty much said exactly what it was. So we can see what's going on with that. No, but welcome back, Hero. We glad you back. We talked about you a lot too after we got done. We were just really excited that we talked to somebody from overseas, especially Japan. So
Yeah,
we're big
so
happy.
cool. And thank you
So
so much for coming back. That means a lot.
it definitely means a lot. That just means that she's doing something. She doing something to bring them back too. So oh yeah, you did talk about. Then you talked about single income and realization and stuff like that. That's why it's like I said, knowing about your AI and learning how to use it to save time and money, and also help you make a way for your um, side hustles, or second jobs or things of that nature. Everybody trying to look for a way to earn a living. I just, on my birthday, I just had my birthday hero February 2nd. So I do, forgive you. You should also, oh yeah, I go to Japan at least once every 5 years. So I've already been there twice already. So hopefully I'll go back again. I love Japan. So.
I would love to. It's definitely on the list.
It's really easy to get there too, and you can find some really I stayed
Well,
at a
not
place
with
for
3
about.
kids, but yes, if you don't have children, also, y'all, can I please put it out there? Go on all the trips now. Use this AI. Figure out how you can get this multiple streams of income and go. Take the flight, okay? Because when you got these kids, dog, it ain't as easy. They are God's greatest gift, but you heard it here first.
But to talk about using the AI as a side hustle and stuff like that, I did use AI to schedule me out time to make a book. Now, granted, I did not think about a book having things like royalties and all that kind of stuff. No matter how big or small, just still having it. And you know what, Hero, I'm gonna try. If we talk later, I would definitely want to sell my new book overseas, like especially Japan. If I can get like a Big Mama edition, like Kaiju Mama. Kaiju, Kaiju in a big bag of books. So if I can get a Japanese version of my book over in Japan and sell it there, I think that would do. All right.
We hope you can. And we want to be there for the book release party over there in Japan. We definitely want to link up with that. Yes. I love you. And only parents can say that, Hero. We totally understand. Okay. And may we all have the most incredible naps coming up for us this week. I don't know what the weather is like for you, but we just had this crazy, weird snowstorm in our part of America, and it normally doesn't get snow. So the kids have been out of school for like a week, and it's been after the holiday break and all this. So this was finally the time that parents thought they had their, and everyone has been just in, lost in the sauce because they had to go to work. They didn't have childcare. They had no way to. So it's been crazy over here. Not to talk about the weather, but I
I mean,
used
look.
AI actually to help me figure out what the heck to do with these kids for a bunch of days because I have no idea, and I did not want to just put them in front of the television. So that was
Now, how did
another
that work?
real version of my lifestyle check.
Yeah, how did that work for you though? Like for real, like did it work, or it's just
It
like
was
it was
great.
good to have a plan just to
It didn't know. I mean, and you never, I think I've released that. I got really good, real quick at releasing that like plans are going to work, but being able to like, yes, come up with fun games that I literally don't have things, right? I was like, I have straws. I have um, pens, I have paper, and I was like, I need games. And for it to be able to tell me things that, even the square game that I forgot. I don't know if you guys used to play the game where you draw the dots and everybody tries to draw. They were obsessed with trying to make a square and put their initial in it, just things that you wouldn't even think kids would find to be fun. And so now I'm about to make it into a digital product and sell it to all the moms who might need the list. Okay, because I'm gonna give you the ones that actually worked and the ones that it missed. Okay, shout out to you. Thank you so
okay,
much.
okay, be a you little trendsetter yourself. Like, do you think you're gonna like create something and it will take off as a trend?
Me? Ob. Don't you see people drawing freckles on their face already? Hello. I did that.
Besides, you know what? You make me think of a good point. Besides that trend of that freckle drawing, I mean, is that another overrated trend because you obsess over that one?
I'm I'm a little bit of a trend hopper honor as well. So I don't mind. I don't mind the trends right now. I don't mind the AI slop, as they call it. I think it's kind of fun to watch, and I can tell that it's AI. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't make me mad. So I don't have any trends that I think are over yet. What about you?
You know what? Not really. I mean, there are some trends. Of course, there's something dangerous. You know, that I'm against the dangerous ones. That should be, no question asked. You know, like there's a young man who had some type of fidget spinner that had gel in it, and he was told to put it in the microwave, and it popped and messed up his face and everything like that. So
No.
yeah. So
Oh,
he was going on the news and everything like that, telling other kids not to do this trend or whatever like that. So, you know, but
that's
but
awful.
then I've been against other people getting on people. Like right now, we all know about that person Romeo that did the trends about the Dr. Pepper, doo-doo-doo, doing the Dr. Pepper stuff. So
Congrats to
these other
them, by the way.
creators,
Yes.
oh
So
yeah,
cool.
absolutely.
So cool.
And other creators though, they have been now there's been bigger creators telling everybody that, hey, y'all need to stop all this trend, doing the trend of the jingles, stop making jingles and blah blah blah, because everybody else making all these videos about it. Now granted, I can get that, getting upset about it, but you know uh but yeah, just let people do the trend, because these companies are gonna try to pick, they gotta pick what they want anyway.
Sure.
So
But how many bread companies are there? Somebody else can make a jingle. I've been singing jingles my whole life. I'm gonna start recording them. I never post them. So she inspired me to start singing my little stupid songs on my. And no, we say it like that. I shouldn't even say that. That just minimized it so much. We come
mhm,
up with something creative and we don't put it out, and you never know where it can go. So
mhm,
that's what we need to be saying. It seems small and
yeah,
stupid or silly, or you know how much that people are making on coloring books on this. Nobody would have thought a random little jingle of her, with her front facing camera. Look at all the trends that we follow of making sure you have all the right lighting and hook them in the first and call to action and da-da-da. Just do it. Apparently, post it. Be creative.
yeah,
Allow it.
yeah. And look, somebody may call me out if they see this in the future, like, oh, he doesn't like trends, and like I said, I do. I avoid some trends. Now, some trends, and we talked about this on probably on episode one or whatever. If you are going to do a trend, try to make it, to you. I mean, I'm pretty sure these other people are making trend. I'm pretty sure Romeo liked Dr. Pepper. I don't think Romeo would have. Nobody talks about Dr. Pepper unless you like Dr. Pepper. Like, I'm not making a, so if you like it,
Agreed.
and it's, make it work for you. So
Sure.
now we got the Hidden Valley Ranch person. They may or may not, take off with the Hidden Valley Ranch because people love it. Even though that's like a parody of that one song, "Someday I can find you," all
Yeah,
that
I
kind of
was
stuff.
wondering
Yeah,
about that actually because I do that a lot. I will cover a song in my head, That's what
like
a
a
bunch of.
parody. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So I'm always like, "Oh, I remixed it." Can you post
yeah,
that?
and I don't
I'm
know.
like, "Do I get copywritten on that?"
And that's the thing. Like, I think if I would love to see if Romeo did do a parody. I mean, a parody type of jingle. Because if
Uh-huh.
they did a parody type of jingle, I don't know if they would have been able to purchase or make money, or
Agreed. Yeah,
or
it's
use it.
not the same original. I wonder because then
Yeah.
you have
So
the other side where it's like, Kids Bop. They sing the exact words. There's no copyright thing for that, so I don't know what the rules are. Again, we about to find out with AI. So come back and link up with us, and next week, and we might have the answer to that question. But you gotta subscribe to find out. Okay. So make sure you come in, let us know what we should break down next because we want to know what it is that you want to know. Okay. Make sure you let us know in the chat, in the DMs, only be coming into the DMs if you're talking about the work. Okay. By the way. But John's got some homework for us this week. Besides going in to check out that new book, don't forget about Big Mama's Big Back Book of Secrets. And John, let us know what I mean, excuse me, and let John and I know what we should break down yet. If you don't know what you're posting, if you don't know what you should be searching, if you're still confused, or if you really just want to talk about the best place to go eat and support some small businesses in your city. We are here for all of it. So please let us know how you're feeling. We're not doing any more broke behavior. We're getting on these aligned moves, starting with AI, and it is it's doing quite well. So hopefully you are on the train with us. You're on the journey with us. What are you feeling like, John? Do you want to hop on one last thing, one more prediction? Anything else you want to break down for the peeps? Thank you so much. It is really cool, Hero. Thank you.
Thank you, Hero. Thank you, brother. And thank you for checking out. If you do see in my bio, let me know. And if you know any Japanese publishers that want to take a chance with a American young man from Chicago, let me know too. I will let you. I would love, like I said, if I can get a book sold in Japan, nobody can tell me nothing.
I'm so that's the word, not if, but when.
When, I'm sorry, yeah, that's definitely what I'm gonna say. When I get a book sold in Japan, woo! And I can have a little Japanese shop too, because I've been over in Japan. I know it's a small tangent, but when I was in Japan, I was really, really drunk one day, and I stumbled into a bar, and I thought that I hallucinated this bar, but this bar was like a soul black bar that was playing black movies, had soul food everywhere and everything. I got like 3 pictures of it, and it was all.
But, and that's all you know. We gonna find it. We gonna use ChatGPT to plug in the photos and find it. Apple, I don't know if you took it and it's a screenshot or if you took it and that's the same phone, but if you swipe up, it gives you the coordinates sometimes.
Yeah, I think it may have me there because I do look at Google Maps, and Google Maps still shows when I was in Japan.
Oh, good. Yeah, that might work then. Okay, cool. Yeah. We're going to let you know, Hero, because we're going to need you to go back and check out that place and let them know that we're going to need to bring this book over there. Okay? Yes. Thank you so much for coming back in.
And fly out to Tokyo. But your homework for me to you this week is a lot of people on Facebook already and social media are asking. I'm surprised they just now starting to do this. Like, we were doing this for a while. Asking ChatGPT what they think of them, make an image of them, blah, blah, blah. And everybody been doing that and posting in this stuff. So I want you to maybe think of a different kind of question too. Or you can do the same thing. Like, what about, what's something that ChatGPT feel that you need to do? What's the image that it needs to put of you that you need that will improve your life based on what it
okay, I like that. So we need to say what do I need to be to get where I need to go? Where are create an image of the missing opportunities for me.
For me, for me to
then take over the world. Yeah. Insert your goal here, okay? Thank you so much. I love it. Okay, make sure you're sharing this out, y'all. Make sure you're subscribing over here because we are coming back to you every Wednesday, coming through in the crib with the crew. Thank you so much to ChicagoJon. Don't forget that he has got that book on sale, big and the Zon and the link in the bio. I was like, can I say that?
I guess we can say it over here. I can't. Long as I'm using it for YouTube. So you can go ahead. You can check me out, ChicagoJon, on all platforms. You can check out the links in the bio of all platforms. All the other information is there. As far as my book, as far as emailing or getting in contact with me, brands. Is there brands out there that want to work with Crystal and ourselves? We want a dynamic duo to come talk to you and your crew, or to help you, influence you and your crew to make better decisions with AI, posting content, all things internet, social media. There, we got your back. So you can find me, ChicagoJon, here all the time, and on Sunday posting videos of using AI better for all individuals, not just one type of people, but all people to use it. And where we can find you, Crystal.
It's a CRYSD creates. Chris D creates. Crystal is everywhere under that name. So make sure you find me on all of the platforms that you are on. Link up with us and let us know how you're feeling about the AI, and let us know what you want on the podcast subject for next week. We're going to be going live over on TikTok all week during the week. And then Sunday night, we have a Sunday night weekly nightly news show that we hope you will join us on 10 p.m. live EST, 10 p.m. live and TikTok. So definitely come in and let us know if you're going to be there. If you miss it, you'll definitely be able to see the highlights of most likely when John loses his contract. But we'll plug you into that later. Thank you so much. And Hero, thank you to you. Oh my gosh, for coming back 2 weeks in a row. Shout out to you. We really appreciate it from overseas. We're actually both in completely different areas. So I'm over in the East Coast, DC, Maryland, Virginia, and he is in Chicago. I actually just moved from New York, so I'm figuring out the suburb life. And I told him I'm going to come and bother him in Chicago soon. So if you're coming over to America, we will meet you there. Okay. Thank you so much for coming in and loving on us. Make sure you subscribe, link us with us, tell us in the chat how you're feeling, where you're doing this. We were talking about marketing trends. We're talking about AI tools people are using, investing psychology, lifestyle trends, and even action steps for you to use the AI in your real life. So let us know if you do the homework. Okay, don't be scared. Go in and lock in. Search like a user. Post something. Tell AI what you need, and let us know what it says back to you. Okay, we'll see you soon. Don't wait. Go create. And what's that thing you always say?
You want to be famous, don't you?
See ya.
See ya.